Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is July 6, 2021, and the news are being sponsored by a group of photographic retailers and manufacturers who have joined together to support analog photographic media and help keep analog photography thriving worldwide. And these brands are Cameradactyl, Kosmo Foto, Chroma cameras, Reveni labs, RealitySoSubtle, Intrepid cameras, Pixl-ltr, Brooklyn film cameras, ONDU cameras, standard cameras, 20th century cameras, Pictoriographica, Analogue, Wonderland, Cinestill, and large format camera store. So thank you to our sponsors. The news are openly free for everybody. Then the news start with Reflex Kickstarter meeting. So the Reflex project, as you know, was a Kickstarter to make a new reflex camera in, I think it was 2019. I might be wrong, 2018 maybe even, because I remember interviewing at Photokina. There's been no much going on in front of the cameras, but there seems to be stuff going on behind the camera. So they're doing a live stream on IG TV or IG, Instagram, whatever, and August 16th to give an update. So that's amazing. They're still going on, considering that it's been so long and still no product out yet. Then we have Sekonic with news, which Sekonic is usually not in the news a lot. The light meter company is celebrating their 70th anniversary of the Sekonic L398A with a rose gold light meter with a special box and all that. They're making 700 of them. You can subscribe to their email listing to be sure you can get one. I have the gold version, which I bought for 30 euros years ago. That was broken, but it's still cool as a decor. I probably will try to get my hands on this new version, even though it's super, I would say not my taste, but I still think it's pretty cool. Plus, I really like Sekonic light meters, and the 398 is one of those legendary light meters. Plus, it doesn't use batteries, so that's pretty awesome. It's all analog. Then we have what seems to be the biggest news last week: Kodak changing the caps on their 35mm film from black to silver. Yes, we're at that level of news, considering summer usually doesn't have a lot of film news, so I guess, you know, that is news. But supposedly they're having issues with supplies, of course, all the world with what's going on, and for the last year and a half, there's a lot of problems with supply chains and deliveries and boats getting stuck in the middle of nowhere and so on. So it looks like Kodak is going back to the old look of silver caps. And people are already saying they're panda, they're going to be collectible and cool. If this makes more film sales, so be it. But honestly, I don't think it's worth too much of the news. Then we have the processing news. We have Aura Rotary Assist on Kickstarter. This is a processor, and I'll say processor even though I feel like processor should do developing, but this is just a rotating. So I like the idea that they called it the Rotary Assist. It's basically like an Arduino. You have input, you can change the RPM while you're developing. It has a timer, it beeps, and so on. It's on Kickstarter for around 200 for early birds. Those are gone. And for like a $260 for the late birds. So if you're a late bird like me, you would have to pay that. He's already fulfilled his goal of around 10,000 US dollars, but you can still, you know, support it. It's a cool little project. Honestly, I think there should be more in the world of processors or machines that help you develop film. And talking about that, we have the Bees processor, which I've hinted for a while because you hinted for a while too. It's a new processor. Same thing, it's also a rotating assist. Also, the Aura does like Jovo tanks, Patterson tanks, and so on, just in case you were wondering. No temperature control on the Aura, no temperature control on the Bees processor. I feel like we should fight with both of them. They're like equivalents in a way. So Bees processor is $145. It's already sold out. He's already ordered parts. They should be coming. There's pictures and manuals and stuff on his website. It looks like a cool processor. There's a lot of improvement from the first version for sure. And I think a lot of people have tested it and thought it was pretty decent. So at least you have some, you know, real use of the Bees processor. The Aura is still a Kickstarter, and you know Kickstarters can go both ways, good or bad. Then we have an update from Reveni Spotmeter, and Matt has moved houses. He's fixed all the issues with construction of the machine, of the light meter. He's already sent a bunch of the second version or iteration at least to a lot of creators. He recommends you to follow them, which I do too. There's a bunch of people that are going to be making posts, reviews, and so on. I mean, I would call it review of a beta unit, not a review, but you know what I mean. But yeah, pretty cool to see Reveni going forward with his Spotmeter. Then we have news of 20th Century Camera. The washer is on development. It's going to be better than the beta unit that we posted on the news a while ago. It's going to be able to like wash, or like it looks like it rotates and you can like rinse or wash, and it can do up to 8x10 now and so on. So there's some improvements in the manufacturing of the washer. I'll leave the link below to where I saw the post. I don't know if it's on the website yet. Sometimes these startup film industries don't update their website and come out with new products. Then we have Lost Light Art, the YouTube channel that also makes dry plates. The Zebra dry plates has made a drying rack for plates. So either for ultra large format or dry plates or wet plates, he made a dryer. This is quite common in wet plate and collodion. So if you're one of those and maybe want to buy one of his, yeah, I'll leave the link below. Also, we have EFH Essential Film Holder, making film masks for those people that are very used to shooting one size only, say 6x6 or 645. You can now get a mask so you can basically scan only that size all the time, and then you can change it if you want. So I'll leave the link to that below. Then we have a one instant update, which is basically through, I think I saw it on Twitter, on SuperSense. One instant is like the weirdest project to follow. Like, I get random emails or information through different sources. They've adjusted the size of the positive by 12 millimeters. I don't know if it's bigger or smaller for a longer pack film future. Not really sure why or what. This leaves more space for the goo trap, so I guess they made it smaller. Look at the brilliant colors of the latest pod batch, and I actually have to say the colors do look great. So this is a good step if it is for the better for the one instant project. Then news that I forgot to mention a couple weeks back, and I'm mentioning today: Nation Photo, the lab store in Paris, France, has come out with a 400 speed black and white film. It's 35 millimeter. You can buy it at their store. They're also a Summit camera store, and there's bulk sale too. It comes at €4.90, which is pretty decent for a 400 speed film in Europe nowadays. So yeah, just in case you want to test a different film. I don't currently know where it's made. It does say made in the EU, so I'm guessing it can't be the UK, and there's not many film manufacturers in the EU. You can go ahead and guess if you want. But yeah, just in case, Nation Photo. Then I just got an email from Polaroid coming out with the Duochrome once again, but this time in blue and black. So if you're a fan of the Polaroid Duochrome, go ahead and get some blue and black Duochrome. And then an update from New Land Camera Web. So basically, New Land Camera is a project. They have a website now. They're trying to adapt land cameras that use the dead FP100C or the alive one instant into shooting Polaroid, either I guess the 600 or SX70 film with these, land cameras. So the website's up and ticking. You can subscribe to their website so you can get, notified whenever they launch something. But it's pretty cool that someone's trying to make land cameras come out of the waste because they're basically almost waste nowadays, except for one instant. Then we have a pretty big little update from Intrepid. They have a Darkroom Shop. And I'll try to explain because there's a couple of things here that I think is interesting. They're going to be announcing the Intrepid Darkroom Shop, and it's going to be a separate shop, well, I guess inside the Intrepid website, but like a darkroom section where you can buy things for your darkroom. And also the Intrepid 4x5 Enlarger, which will be upgraded. The Intrepid Compact Enlarger, which was the last Kickstarter. So yeah, those are the news for this week. As always, thanks for the sponsors for sponsoring the news. Always, you can send an email to the email below. It helps me keep on track with the news. If I miss something, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.